Welcome back to Heath, Riles BBQ. Today we're joined with another episode of Cooking with Friends, and I'm with my good buddy Richard Fergola. How's it going, brother?
What's up, man? How we doing?
Man, good. Glad to have you at the farm today, just doing a little cooking. And you know, I invite people down and we hang out and we cook, and I love seeing the other view of other people cooking because it's not always fun cooking yourself. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to Richard. Today we're cooking a smoked chicken salad. Richard's doing it his way, and I'm going to let him take the wheel.
Oh man, thanks for having me. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things to eat is a chicken salad sandwich. And if there's one thing that I've loved doing with barbecue is taking things that I ate as a kid and putting the barbecue twist on it and adding my own little flavor profile to it. So my mom used to make chicken salad all the time. And so what better thing to do than to put it on the smoker and make it your own, you know what I mean? So we've got a whole bird here and we're gonna spatchcock this thing. That's pretty easy. We're gonna flip this guy over. You know, I like to, when I take this out, I just like to give myself a little line on both sides just so I can give myself a little bit of a guide for people in the backyard. That just kind of helps them, you know, if they've never done that before, they can see that.
Well, a lot of people I feel like sometimes feels like you don't have to cut but one line down it, and it's almost impossible to cut down the center of that backbone.
Oh, it is. It's hard.
You have to get on each side of it.
You got to get on each side of it, and then you just come in with your shears and kind of cut through that. And you want to make sure you got some good shears that'll cut through that. If you get some of that.
Are you taking a dig on me because it ain't that sharp?
No, I just.
Those are not that sharp.
Yeah, yeah. And if you have to, you can, you know, get through here and you can finish it off with your knife. You know, and cut through this, but you just want to be very careful when you're doing that. But it's pretty easy to get through there. And we'll just
finding that joint is the most simple thing.
Yep,
like
there
when
we
you have
go.
to turn it over, but it's so simple right there, just getting through a few bones.
Yep. And to me, this is just the easiest way to cook a bird, especially whole, because that way we can get smoke and all that stuff all the way around it, and it'll cook more evenly that way. This side's giving me a little bit of a fit.
Yeah, that one piece always does, that knuckle bone there. Well, and you really want to get a pair of chicken shears. They have a little more arch to them and a little more grip. That's just a regular pair of scissors that I had here. My comp chicken shears are honestly still in the barbecue trailer.
Oh yeah, those would have been great. So then we're just gonna flip this over and we're gonna kind of get this spread out, and then we're just gonna kind of give that breastbone just a little bump right there to kind of flatten that out. And that way we can cook this nice and even, and the thigh meat and the breast meat and the wings will all cook more evenly that way. We'll get smoke all the way around it. But we're gonna put a little bit of a seasoning on this. And what I like to do is I like to keep it very simple. And especially with whole birds like this, because at the end we're gonna be pulling this meat out. But one thing I like to do is I like to use a little bit of a binder with the duck fat spray. With this high smoke point, it's gonna attract a lot of smoke to it. And as we all know, smoke is just like an ingredient like salt and pepper. So we wanna get some of that color, we wanna get that on there. So I'm just gonna kinda get that on there and rub that in just a little bit and get that spread out. And then we're gonna come in and we're gonna use my Richard Fergola Buttery garlic as kind of like a base layer.
And boy, he's getting that cross-contamination a little everywhere. I'm going to clean the crap out of these bottles. I'm going to teach you a little something.
And then we're gonna come in with your chicken rub. Give it a little color, a little bit more flavor. And get those wings, okay? And then we'll be ready to go, man. We can take this, what I like to do is I like to get like a rack, like a cooking rack, put the bird on that way I can transfer it a lot easier onto the cooker. We'll put this on a pellet cooker at about 300 degrees, let it smoke for probably about an hour, hour and a half. So this, we'll probe right in here in the breast meat till that hits about 160 or so, because it's gonna continue to rise from there, and then we'll be ready to make our chicken salad sandwich.
That'll work. We'll be back. Let's get it on the grill. All right, we've got our Camp Chef grill fired up. This is running at 300 degrees right now, actually about 297. We've got it fired up with the new roll oak charcoal blended hickory pellets right now. But what's unique about this grill, it has a firebox right here. You can actually put charcoal or wood right over the burn pot. So we're gonna use some of the new Royal Oak hickory blended pellets with briquettes and put right over the top of that firebox to get some extra smoke on top of this chicken today. So let's get that chicken on bird and get her filled up.
Alrighty. So we transferred our bird to a rack just to make everything so much easier. We're gonna put this guy right here in the center. And we're ready to go. Close it down. And then we're gonna kick this guy out. There we go. Boom. And we're gonna get a couple of these briquettes with the hickory wood pellets in there. Toss them right in there. Just one more. There we go.
Locked into place, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and get some pellets filled up. I'm just about topped off anyway, but I like keeping her full. All right, we're gonna get a timer set for 1 hour and be back to check our bird. We know that it's not gonna overcook in 1 hour. If I had to guess, what would you say, hour and 20 minutes to an hour and a half?
Yeah.
It's gonna be somewhere in that time frame. So we'll be back and just let the grill do its magic with this good old Royal Oak charcoal.
All right, so this bird's been on this Camp Chef for about 45 minutes. We're gonna spray it with a little bit of duck fat just to bring a little bit of smoke and color.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see it's got that great golden brown to it, and we're just gonna give it a little bit more of that love.
Make that skin kind of crisp like that, drying it out, makes it look shiny, and that's what you want on that bird. We are, you know, gonna deconstruct this bird and tear it up for chicken salad, but both of us being comp cooks, Ferg's mind just like me, I want a pretty piece of meat. When it looks good, it eats better, at least to me anyway.
That's exactly right.
We'll be back in about 25 to 30 minutes to check the internal temp and kind of judge where our timing is at, where we'll know when our bird will be done.
All right, so this bird's been on for almost 2 hours at 300 degrees. We're temping out at about 160 right now. It's gonna continue to cook and rise up, so we're gonna go ahead and take this bird off. And you can just see the color on this. It looks fantastic. It's got taken on great smoke flavor. You can kind of see the tenderness right there. That guy's starting to break away just a little bit. We're gonna bring in a tray here. That's the nice thing about having this on a rack. So we can just come in here and take this right off, put it on a tray, and bingo. So we're gonna take this in, we're gonna let it rest a little bit, let it cool down, and then we'll be able to cut this up and put it in our chicken salad sandwich. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, our chicken has been off the grill about 25 minutes. It's cooled down enough where Ferg is gonna get in here and pull it, and we're gonna make this incredible chicken salad.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
I'm
can't wait.
letting him do the hard work.
All right, let's get this guy off here. And we're just gonna kind of cut these guys off just to get it separated. So look how easy that was, man. Boom, look at that. And are you a white meat or a dark meat guy?
I like both in chicken salad.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm tear the whole bird up and get every piece off. I'm El Cheapo, man. I even tear the meat off the wings.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do that too.
I mean, I literally eat it all.
I like to get in here to this chicken breast and really get into that tenderloin, which is right in there. Oh, I may have pulled it already. I don't know. Should you try that out first?
Oh, I'm sure it's good.
It's hot.
Hot ain't never killed me.
No. Well, oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Woo.
Oh, yeah. Chicken salad's gonna be good.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be. Look at all that juice flowing out of there, man.
I know. I better get you a napkin.
So we're just gonna pull all this meat out. We're gonna kind of mix it all up. We're gonna get in our bowl, get all of our ingredients ready, and we're ready to make a sandwich. All right, Heath, we got the chicken pulled off the bone. It's all chopped up, and I even chopped up some of the skin in there too, so some of our seasoning, some of that smoke is chopped up in that meat. We've got dark, we've got white in there, and now we just gotta get all these beautiful ingredients mixed in, and we're gonna start up with what I've learned is one of your favorite things. We gotta go with some mayonnaise. So
Blue plate.
Blue plate, you're gonna go with that blue plate?
I mean, Duke's would have been good too, but those are about the only two picks for me when it comes to mayonnaise. I can't go buy anything else. And if somebody brings Kraft to a cookout, they got to go. You got to go. Can't handle it.
Their invitation is revoked.
Yeah, invitation is revoked. You got to go.
So I think what we have in here, we probably have about a cup of mayonnaise left in here because we got a whole bird in here. So I'm gonna empty that mayonnaise in there.
That's probably a good 3/4 of a cup.
Yeah, 3/4 of a cup, okay. And then you gotta have a little bit of mustard, and I like to use Dijon.
I do too.
Just to add a little bit of a vinegar kick to it. And I'm gonna go with probably about a 1/4 cup right there. I don't use measuring spoons, dude. Okay.
All right, now what?
Then we got some red onion. You tell me your red onion level here.
Hey man, you tell me yours.
Oh, okay, all right, I love red onion. We're gonna start with that.
That's probably about a 1/4 of a cup you used, if I had to guess.
You gotta have the celery.
Gotta have celery.
Yep. And all this is so finely diced.
Perfect.
Okay.
About a 1/3 of a cup of that.
Yep. And then you gotta have your chopped up egg. And we've got the egg white and the yolks mixed up or separate here. And I love egg. Okay. About
Now,
the same.
I will say he chopped 4 eggs but I think we're only using about 3 eggs is what we're using, or 2.5.
About 3. Go ahead.
Right?
Yep.
Some of the yellow part.
Yep. Get that in there.
Same way.
Okay.
All right.
We got a little bit of green onion. And then you're gonna come in with that relish.
Come in with that Wickles relish. How much you want?
Oh, I love relish, so I'll just keep going.
2 big heaping.
I like that right there.
That's probably 3 tablespoons to be truthful.
I love that. And then we season this chicken with the Heath Riles chicken rub and the Richard Fergola buttery garlic. So we're just gonna top it off with a little bit more of that seasoning. Boom. And you can never go wrong with butter and garlic. And this has a little bit of citrus in it as well. So that's gonna give it a little pop as well. Everybody's in the pool. Let's mix it up.
All right.
And we'll see what our texture and our consistency is with the chicken. Oh, I can already.
And that's one good thing about chicken salad, tuna salad, any of that. Really and truly, you want to start with less mayo, get everything mixed up, and add it to your creaminess level that you want. You can also swap mayo out if you're not a mayo person for Greek yogurt. That's just another easy change out, and it is a little more healthy for you, I would say, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So
this is looking almost like a perfect ratio. It's mixing up really well.
I'd say that it is mixing up pretty well.
Yeah, I was saying maybe we had a little too much chicken for what we had in there, but this is mixing up really good because you don't want it to be too runny. You know, if you have too much of the mayonnaise and the mustard in there, it's going to be, you know, you want to have a little bit of texture there.
That's right. And I will say, some people like fruit in their chicken salad. And I didn't even ask you that. Are you a fruit or nut person in your chicken salad?
I am not. I did not grow up that way. Cranberries, nuts and all that stuff.
Cranberries, and some people put apples, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I've seen some cherries before. But believe it or not, there's one fruit that I had in some that I thought was decent. Now, I wouldn't want to order it all the time, but somebody put pineapple in chicken salad one time.
Okay.
Pineapple tidbits, and I did think it was good, especially if it was served on maybe like in a toasted Hawaiian roll or something like that, right? To pair it right.
Yeah.
So now that a lot of this is mixed up, I'm sure he's like me, he's going to taste test it to see if the seasoning level is where it needs to be. Because when you're working with that much protein, just like a baked potato or anything like that, it usually takes a little more salt additive, but you added a pretty good bit. Does it need any more?
That's delicious.
All right, well, you want to let it chill in the fridge about 30 minutes, and we're going to make some sandwiches.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? I ain't going to lie to you.
Yeah, you got to take.
I'm going to eat right off the spoon.
Oh, good.
And let anyone no freak out. I'm going to put it in the sink when I'm done. We're going to let that chill. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, we are back, and this chicken salad is chilled out. Ferg has toasted up some good old ciabatta rolls here. I sliced up the last heirloom tomato I had. And for anybody that don't eat heirloom tomatoes, by the way, get rid of everything else. Go buy those odd-shaped heirlooms. They are the most flavorful tomatoes. I can't get enough tomatoes in the summertime myself.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
Original. But look, let's build this chicken salad.
All right, let's get on here, man.
That stuff is chilled out, and I cannot wait to taste it now that all those flavors have married together. I know it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
You're making a good chicken salad.
Oh, yeah, I don't play around, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's get a bit of little lettuce. We'll slice a tomato on that. About need some bigger tomatoes. That one's a little small. Look at that. You want to cut one in half?
Yeah, let's cut one in half.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, that's a heck of a sandwich right there, man.
All right. Now, before we take a bite, let's get in here and recap just a little bit. We took one whole chicken, opened it up, dried it off. First, season it with
chicken rub,
and
buttery garlic.
We put it on the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro at 300 degrees, and it had a total cook time of about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, about an hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere up in there. We pulled it off, let it rest, and you've seen how juicy it was. Pulled this chicken, tossed it with celery, green onions, red onions, mayo, a little bit of Dijon mustard, some more of that seasoning. You chopped up some of the chicken skin in it, and we add a little bit more celery for some crunch. Now, I just described all that, and my mouth is watering. I can't wait to taste it.
Yes.
So let's get in here and give this a try.
Thought you'd never ask. You could hear how good it was. You could hear how good it was.
I'm gonna tell y'all, that is damn good. As far as just being a simple, easy dish, y'all, this right here screams summertime. Make it for yourself, get it chilled, carry it to a picnic or anything like that. Guarantee it will be a hit. It was really, really good.
Yeah, and that royal oak charcoal did the work. Got that smoke on there, just a kiss of that smoke. Everything else melted together. Awesome.
And real good.
Oh yeah.
You can find us next week on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and of course YouTube. I'll see you next week with another video.
Let's get that going.
All right, we're back. God damn, where'd my mind go? Where'd my...
I was like, you just went right
I don't
into
want
it,
to say
man.
shooting the cue
She
yet.
didn't even say go.
All right, you ready to say go?
I gave him a head nod.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Give me the head
I was
nod,
looking
like,
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we've got our Camp Chef woodwind proof. All right, we've got our Camp Chef woodwind Heath. Hot damn.
Woodwind. It is a tongue twister.
It is.